Hello, I hope you all can see me. I seem to be having some problem with streaming. I'm trying to get this fixed. Hello, hi. I hope you all can hear me. My name is Vinay Prakash, and today I'm going to show you the magic of Excel tables. How to get started. Can you just quickly say something in the chat so I know that you can hear me? Can you just quickly say something in the chat so I know that you can hear me and see me clearly? So just say something. Can you guys hear me and see me clearly? Just some response will really help me. So if you could quickly respond, that will really help. And then once we see your response, we will get started. Okay, guys, let us now look at the magic of Excel tables. So, first of all, I'd like to share with you that tables have been in Excel for a very, very long time, more than 15 years. But most of us are not familiar with this. So, I'd like to share how you can get started with the tables and how easy it is to get started quickly using the tables. So here I have quickly showing you tables make it easy to visualize the data. There is a lot of free functionality available and it makes it easy to analyze the data. So as an example, I will show you an Excel file now, and this is a piece of sample data as you can see. So let me just make sure that you all can see clearly. So here I have an Excel file which contains date, region, sales rep, product, category, quantity, unit price, and the total amount. We have quite a few rows. As you can see, if we go down to the bottom, we have more than 300 over rows in here. So how do I quickly analyze this data and clean it? It's already too much data. I don't even know if there are any duplicates here or not. So all these things we would like to find out and see if we can find out any clear indication of the user and what we have. So the very first thing we do is to create a table. So for this, we will go to home, and on the home button itself, we have the format as table. So I'll simply click on it, format as table, and I will simply click on here, format as table. You can see all these beautiful colors. We can take any color that you like. Color is not so important, but take any color that you like. Color. So let us say I pick the blue color, and Excel automatically picks up the data as you can see, and there is colorful bands around the data. There is a header, so Excel has already picked that there is a header here. I'll simply click OK, and Excel will into a beautiful table. So by doing this, our data now looks like a colorful table with the dark lines and the light lines, dark lines and the light lines. If you want, we can change the color simply by clicking on any one of the icons. But that does not make any difference, because once we change the color, the everything else remains the same. Now what's the benefit? So notice here, the very first thing I will show you, when I go outside and I click outside, if I scroll down, now we have suddenly lost track. What column is this? Is this quantity? Is this price? I don't know what is the F column. If I really want to find out, I really need to go all the way up and scroll to the top. Then only we can find out, oh, this was quantity. But notice now, when I click inside, and now if I scroll down, it will immediately show the column headings at the place of the A, B, C, D column headers. So now when you scroll down, we can easily see what is the column header and where are we right now. So you can pick any color, and pretty easy to visualize this with the headers. So that's the first benefit. Now if you notice carefully, when I step outside, the menu on the top only ends up at developer. So review, view, developer. But the moment I step inside, now immediately we get a new menu item called table design. This appears just after the table design. So now inside the menu, there are lots of options, and they only appear if you create a table. So if you don't create a table, we don't get to see all this benefit. So you can see, for example, if I go down to the very bottom and look at how much is the total. Oh, we don't know. So I need to do a summation. Actually, no need to write any formula. Because this is a table, you can simply click on total row, the checkbox here. Once we check it, we immediately get totals done up for us. And of course, you want the total for the quantity also. So you just have to click here and choose. Do you want the sum? Yes. So we got the total of the quantity. I also want to know how many items did we sell. So what we can do is we can choose the count. So now this total row is available. We can choose sum and count. It's pretty easy to see. So you can also change this. If you don't want the total row, we can uncheck and it will be gone. But after you uncheck, if you bring it back, then immediately it will display the same values. Let's look at a new feature in here. For example, if we forgot that the tax needs to be calculated and there is a 10% tax. So we need to calculate the tax here. So for this, now I'm not in the table, but I can easily type here tax and press enter. So we get a new item, a new column created, and we can now write a formula. So easily I can click total amount, and instead of $9.60, it shows a strange name like total space amount. That's the column heading. The at means the current value. So when we multiply by 10%, and normally in Excel you will have to pull down the formula to for all the cells to get the same formula. But now because it's an Excel table, once I press enter, it immediately calculates the total for all the values. So easy to do this. So with these techniques, we can always add new columns and new rows as long as you are at the very next row that is available. So once we are here, you will be able to create any extra column also. Now, there are a lot of other magic things as well. Whenever a new row needs to be added, we don't have to be careful about insert above or insert below. Simply come to the last row and last column and press the tab key. Tab is above the caps lock. If you press the tab key, it automatically creates a new row at exactly the same position. Now we can key in the date and the region, whether it is the east, and Betty we sold a pen, and whatever it is a stationary item, what's the quantity, what's the so as you can see here, all the things are automatically calculated. Now, if this was a formula, we would have automatically set it up. So after this, we will see how the formula could have been automatically set up for us to quickly look at this data. Now, if you need the total of the tax, we missed it because we just added the tax column. So we can simply click here and choose sum. If the value does not fit properly, we can auto adjust it, and now you can see that this is already added. Now whenever we add new rows, you will notice that they automatically come in green and white colors. So as you add, you don't have to worry about coloring. This will happen automatically. So we get column headers, and if you notice, the column headers automatically came with auto filters. So auto filters means we did not do anything, but now if I only want to select electronic items, I simply choose electronics and click OK. Now immediately we will only be looking at the electronics rows. So we don't have to place any filter or auto filter. Automatically the table gets the auto filters, and you can apply this on multiple columns. So instead of all the sales rep, we can only pick 2 or 3 or 4, and now we will see the sales only from these few salespersons. So these are the uh, benefits. If you like to sort this on the highest to lowest amount, we can do that. We can say sort largest to smallest. Or if you don't want to do, maybe we want to sort by the date. So we can, you notice when we choose the amount, it says largest to smallest. But Excel is so smart. When you go on a date column, it does not say largest to smallest, but it says oldest to newest or newest to oldest. In this case, I'll choose oldest to newest, means the earliest sales order will be at the top and the newer ones will be at the bottom. So this is the correct order, normal logical order of the calendar, and pretty easy to view this information. Next. So in the table design, as you can see, we also have a remove duplicates column. So if you click on the remove duplicates, it will check the entire database and find if there are any duplicates or not. There are no duplicates found. Now I am going to introduce a duplicate just to show you how this goes. So to insert a duplicate, I'll go to the last row and last column of data, press the tab key, and this will try to add, but you notice we got an error. That's because we have currently filtered the data. So we need to clear the filter first. For this, you go to sort and filter, clear the filter. All the filters are gone. Now we go to the bottom, go to the last row and last column, press the tab key, a new row is added, and I'll just take these last few records, copy and paste them here. So by doing this, even though I copied 3 rows, it automatically adjusted. Now you know and I know that these are duplicates, total of 307 rows, but actually there are 305 rows, removing the total and the header. So now if I click table design, remove duplicates, it will automatically pick these duplicates and remove them. So 303 unique values remain. So as you can see now, all the duplicates are gone and only the unique values are remaining. Next, let us see how easy, if you use SharePoint lists and you want to export this data to a SharePoint list, all you need to do is to go to export and you can export the table to a SharePoint list. For this, you need to be connected to your SharePoint. Otherwise, you can key in the URL of your SharePoint and it will be exported. So these are pretty easy options that are available for those companies who have adopted the entire Office 365 suite with the OneDrive and SharePoint and all the Microsoft Dynamics, etc. tools that are available to us. We can also slice and dice the information instead of filtering, which is a bit difficult. So I'll introduce to you the slicer. Now, if I add a slicer on the category as well as the sales rep, click OK, we will get 2 slicers created for us. We can move them to the side and adjust the size. So this is the category, and the only thing we should do is probably add them at the very top. Since we are not at the top of the data, let's go to the top, and here we will insert the slicer. So this way, whenever we come in, it will become easier for us to slice the data. So here are the 2 slicers. We reduce the size, place the second one, move them around by clicking on the header. Now the benefit is we can analyze this 300 over rows of data extremely easily. If I click electronics, the data is immediately filtered for electronics. And then if I click North, now we are looking at only electronic sales in the North. And if you go down, we will see that the total is automatically updated. There are only 21 rows. If I choose East, the number of rows will change, and we can see there are also 21 rows, 22 rows in South, and there are 20 rows in the West region. But if I click Accessories, the number of rows will change and the totals change accordingly as well. So if I pick East, you can see only 11 rows. That means accessories have been, there have been less sales of accessories in the East region. The total is automatically updated, the tax is automatically updated. Perfect. Now, if you don't want, you can clear the filter, and similarly you can click on the category, and when you clear, that means it will select all of the columns, all the values. So it's easy to visualize the information. Next, if we look at what are the other features that are available. So let me show you quickly. If anytime you want to use this table for anything, there is a name here called table 1. But table 1 may not be a very useful name. So we can call it sales table. Now if you access it to create a pivot table, when we go to insert pivot table, it will automatically pick the name sales table, and that's the benefit. So if I click OK, now it will create the pivot table in a new sheet, and when we create a pivot table, we want to analyze the sales by region and by the category. We can just drag, drop, and look at the total amount. That's it. So it's pretty easy to create a pivot table from the data. And the good thing is that when the data changes, for example, if the amounts change, so let us say this is $100, $200, $300. So if the amounts are changed, and now if I come back to the pivot table, the total is still 30,464. But what we can do is we simply right click and say refresh. So when you do that, the totals immediately change. So these are some of the benefits of using simple tables. You should always be creating tables and using tables. Guys, tables are a very useful feature of Excel, and I am also going to create a more detailed video, a more detailed step-by-step instructions for you, so that you can use the sample file that I am using and start to play with the Excel tables. Now, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and please write a comment here. Comments are the things that I really look forward to, because this helps me to improve and create the content that you guys wanted. So I would love if you can quickly write some comment in the chat, and also tell me how you like this video. If you enjoyed it, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and visit our website www.excelchamp.net for more such videos and tips, and on our channel as well. I hope you found it useful. If you liked it, I will definitely send you more tips and tricks. Thanks you guys. Thanks a lot for watching and staying with me today. Thank you for watching this session live. All the best guys. Take care. If you have any questions, you can post them, and I will be waiting here. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them here.